How you doing? My name is DJ Jazzy Jeff, and I'm in Miami for the Pacha Ibiza party at the Shelborne Hotel. This year is kind of like a slash work vacation, so I had to do this. This is an annual party, so I definitely need to come for this. You know, I have a good time every year. You know, the people are wonderful. You know, everybody comes here to party. Everybody comes to have a good time, and I probably enjoy myself more than they do. So I had a good time today. I am just finishing up an album with an artist out of Toronto named Aya. We just finished an album together. I'm working on a mixtape with an MC named Mac Miller that should be out in June, and just doing some remix projects. What I used to always say is I believe that the Serato and all the other DJ programs have basically saved the art of the scratch DJ, because, you know, record companies were getting to the point that they were cutting back on producing vinyl, you know, and it started to get a little scary for a second that you didn't really have stuff. You know, you've almost felt like the only thing that you were going to be able to do is play older records. So once they kind of came out with the programs that controlled and felt exactly like records, you know, it basically, you know, extended the longevity of the scratch DJ, the hip hop DJ, you know, the club DJ in general, you know, the DJs that didn't want to use CDs, that wanted to kind of stay to the vinyl. And it also helped your back a lot because you could carry your entire record collection in a backpack instead of carrying those crates. I think it's good. My only issue is I think they just need to make sure that the DJs are actually doing what they're doing and not making pre-recorded mixes of what they're doing. I've judged a couple of competitions that people have used Serato or, you know, or what have you, and what I realized is there are times that people play pre-recorded mixes instead of actually doing the actual mixes. And I mean, I catch that, and I really take away points for that. So I think if they make sure that everybody kind of use the same files or just go through and check the files before people use it, I think it'll be great. That is my best friend. I have about 10 of them. I've been using it pretty much ever since it came out, and I refuse to use anything else. I think I bought it the day that it came out. Because I used to travel with another mixer and the Pioneer Effects box, and I kind of needed to streamline my setup, you know, when I traveled. You know, instead of taking two pieces, the 909 basically gives me all of my favorite effects and allows me to almost pretty much live remix on the spot. So, you know, ever since I used it, you know, I fell in love with it and I won't use anything else. Well, I mean, it's everything. It's very well built. It's put together really, you know, nice. The buttons don't get in the way. I love the touch screen. I'm in love with the effects. And it sounds really, really good. You know, I've had a lot of people tell me, you know, that the mixer, you know, really sounds good. A lot of people in clubs, when you plug up the mixer, you know, pretty much Pioneer is the standard in most of the clubs anyway. So the 909, you know, just sounds as good as all the other Pioneer mixers. So no one ever complains about the sound. You know, it's small. You know, I put it in the case and take it on the plane with me. Yes, I've seen the new mixer, and I am completely ecstatic because this is, if the 909 was my baby, then this new mixer is my wife. So I'm excited to spend some time with my wife and get to know her and see if we can travel the world together. Hey, this is DJ Jazzy Jeff, and you're checking out DJsounds.com.